Karl Marx was born on May 5, 1818, in Trier, a small town in what is now Germany. He grew up in a well-educated family that valued learning and discussion. From an early age, Karl showed a deep curiosity about the world. He read widely and questioned authority. His education began with law, but his passion was philosophy. At university, Marx studied the ideas of German philosopher Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel. Hegel's thinking about history and change inspired him. But Marx wanted to go further than theory. He wanted to explain how society really worked, especially the economy. The world around Marx was changing fast. The Industrial Revolution was transforming Europe. Factories replaced farms. Machines made goods faster than ever. But this progress came with a cost. Millions of workers lived in poverty. They worked long hours for low pay. Their living conditions were often terrible. Marx saw these inequalities and was deeply troubled. He believed the existing social and economic system was unfair. Capitalism, he argued, benefited the owners of factories and businesses. The workers, the majority of people, were exploited. Their labor created wealth, but they received very little in return. In 1844, Marx met Friedrich Engels, a fellow thinker and supporter. Engels' own experiences in his family's factory business gave him insight into workers' lives. Together, they began to develop their ideas. Their goal was to expose the problems of capitalism and imagine a better future. In 1848, Marx and Engels published the Communist Manifesto. This pamphlet was a call to action. It urged workers of the world to unite. The manifesto explained that history is a history of class struggle, oppressors versus oppressed. The bourgeoisie, or capitalist class, controlled wealth and power. The proletariat, or working class, was exploited. Marx believed this conflict would lead to revolution. The workers would overthrow the capitalist system. They would build a classless society where resources and power were shared equally. This was the vision of communism. Marx's analysis did not stop there. His most important work, Das Kapital, was a deep study of capitalism's economy. He examined how value is created through labor, and how capitalists make profit by paying workers less than the value they produce. He described capitalism as unstable and prone to crises. Booms and busts would eventually destroy it. Life was not easy for Marx. His radical views made him a target for governments. He lived most of his adult life in exile. He moved between Paris, Brussels, and finally London. He struggled with poverty and poor health. Yet he continued writing, teaching, and organizing workers. Marx's ideas spread slowly but steadily. They inspired labor movements across Europe and beyond. His writings influenced revolutions in Russia, China, Cuba, and many other places. His critique of capitalism continues to shape political and economic thought today. Karl Marx died on March 14, 1883, in London. He never saw the full impact of his work. Yet his legacy lives on. His ideas challenge us to think about inequality, justice, and power. Whether embraced or rejected, his influence on history is undeniable. In the end, Karl Marx reminds us that ideas are powerful. They can inspire change, they can shape societies, and they can give a voice to those who struggle for a better world.